He said the bracelet in the passenger seat was for his sister. I checked the engraving. It said, "My favorite mistake." I gift-wrapped it, added a card that said, "From both of us," and mailed it to his sister with a screenshot of the message he sent the real recipient. Okay, here's my story. No advice needed. Just needed to get this off my chest. I'm still in the middle of it. 29 female, have been with Marcus, 32 male, for 3 years. We live together in Chicago in a 2-bedroom apartment. I've paid half the rent since day one. We split groceries, bills, everything. It always felt fair until this past year. Marcus used to be warm. He would leave notes for me, call me during his lunch break, tell me I was beautiful even when I had greasy hair and old sweatpants on. That man is gone. Around 6 months ago, I noticed him changing. He started locking his phone. It used to stay face up on the couch or counter. Now, always in his hand, always face down, always on silent. He was working late a lot. At first, I believed him. He works in real estate. Irregular hours are normal. But then the excuses started getting lazy. He'd tell me he was stuck in traffic, but his GPS shared location would show he was parked outside a restaurant. He'd say he was on the south side, but was clearly pinging near Evanston. I asked about it once, and he said it was a glitch. I didn't push it, but I should have. One Friday night, he went to shower, left his phone in the kitchen. It buzzed. Normally, I don't go through his stuff. But something in my gut said to check. The preview showed a message from Lila that said, "Wish you were here already. Wearing what you like. Hurry." I froze. Then I opened the thread. Messages. Hundreds. Dating back at least 4 months. He called her baby, said he loved her laugh, her curves, how free she made him feel. There were photos. Some suggestive, some not. What ruined me were the casual ones, her sitting in a car wearing his hoodie. A picture of them sharing ice cream. The kind of little moments I used to share with him. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just started screenshotting everything. Every message, every photo, every timestamp. I emailed them all to myself, just in case. Then I put his phone back and waited. Next week, he acted normal. Or tried to. He brought home groceries. Made me tea like he used to. I wanted to believe it meant something, but I couldn't unsee those messages. I decided to let it play out while I planned. A few days later, we were heading out to grab food. I got into the passenger seat and saw a small white box sitting there, still in a bag from a jewelry store. I picked it up and asked what it was. He said, "Oh, it's for my sister. Her birthday is next week." I said nothing, just nodded, but I felt like I was being tested. He got out of the car to grab something from the apartment. While he was gone, I opened the box. It was a delicate silver bracelet. Pretty. Tasteful. But then I saw the engraving on the inside, my favorite mistake. I stared at it, over and over. My sister-in-law and I aren't super close, but there's no universe where this makes sense as a birthday gift for your own sister. I didn't say anything to him that night. But when he fell asleep, I went back into his phone. Yep, I knew his code from a long time ago. He never changed it. There it was. A photo of the bracelet. Sent to Lila with the message, "Can't wait to see this on you." It says everything I feel. That's when I snapped. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I got busy. I went out the next day, bought a gift box with a bow and ribbon. I carefully placed the bracelet inside, added a card that said, "From both of us. Happy birthday." Then I printed out the screenshot of that exact message he sent Lila. I didn't need to add any comments. The engraving and the context said enough. I had his sister's address from last Christmas. I mailed it priority with tracking. I didn't tell Marcus anything. I went about my business as if everything was normal. I even reminded him to call his sister on her birthday. He did. And about 3 minutes into the call, I watched the color drain from his face. He kept saying, "What? No, that's not what. I mean, it's a joke. No, listen." Then he looked at me, eyes wide, like he was looking at a ghost. I raised my glass of wine and smiled. That's where I'm at now. He hasn't confronted me directly. He's been pacing, texting, trying to do damage control. I've heard his sister screaming at him over the phone more than once in the last 24 hours. He doesn't know I'm the one who sent the box. But I think he suspects. I'm writing this from the spare room. I've already spoken to a friend with a truck who can help me move out this weekend. I'm not looking for advice. I'm not confused. I know what I'm doing. I just wanted to share. Because damn, sometimes karma needs a little push. 2 days after the call with his sister, Marcus finally confronted me. He came into the spare room while I was folding laundry. Closed the door behind him. You sent it, didn't you? He asked. I didn't even look up. Sent what? You know what? The bracelet. The card. The screenshot. You mailed it to my sister. I looked at him. No emotion. Did you think I wouldn't find out? Or did you just think I was too stupid to connect the dots? He stood there, jaw tight, fists clenched at his sides. You had no right. That made me laugh. Really laugh. No right. I repeated. I had no right to expose you for giving your side chick a bracelet you claimed was for your sister. You had no right to lie to me for months. I just told the truth. He didn't respond. Just left the room and slammed the door. That night, things escalated. I was in bed, trying to sleep, when I heard him on the phone in the living room. I don't think he knew I could hear him. She damned everything up, he said. No, I don't know what she's gonna do next. She's just acting crazy. Yeah, I've still got her name on the lease. I'm trying to figure out how to get her out. That last part? That made my blood run cold. So now, suddenly, I'm the problem? He cheats, lies, and I'm the one acting crazy? I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I got a message on Instagram. From a woman I didn't know. Her name was Natalie. The message just said, Hey, I don't know if this is weird, but are you dating Marcus? If so, I think we need to talk. I felt sick. I replied, yes. For 3 years. Why? 10 minutes later, my phone rang. She sent me her number, and I called her. Her voice was shaky. Look, I'm really sorry, she said. I had no idea he had a girlfriend. He told me he was divorced. We've been seeing each other since December. December. That means Marcus wasn't just cheating with Lila. He was also seeing Natalie on the side. 3 women. At least. I told her everything. Sent her the screenshots I had. The bracelet. The card. The message to Lila. She cried. Then she told me something I didn't know. Apparently, Lila wasn't some random hookup. She was Marcus's coworker. The same work friend he told me about months ago. The same one he went to happy hour with. The same one he said was like a little sister. Little sister, my ass. I waited until Marcus came home that evening. I was in the kitchen when he walked in. I laid my phone on the counter with a photo of Lila in his car, wearing that bracelet. I talked to Natalie, I said. He froze. And I know Lila works with you. His mouth opened, but no words came out. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I just said, don't say anything. You don't need to explain. You're a liar, and now you've been caught. Again. He actually tried to flip it. Said I was spying, invading his privacy, ruining his relationships. I told him, you had more side chicks than friends. Don't act like you're the victim here. Here's where it gets complicated. Our lease still has 6 months left. My name is on it, and I've paid half the rent every month. He's now trying to claim I'm making the apartment hostile and says I should move out. Told the landlord I've been unstable. I've already spoken to a lawyer. I'm keeping a written log of everything. All the texts. All the messages. Every conversation. Because if he's going to try and screw me over legally, I'm not going down quietly. He has no idea how much proof I've gathered. He's also been blowing up Natalie's phone, trying to convince her I made everything up. Sent her a text saying I was obsessed with him and jealous of his new life. She blocked him. And now? Lila is mysteriously on leave at work. I don't know if she quit or if someone reported them, but I have a feeling that's not going to end well for him either. So I didn't think it could get messy, eh? I was wrong. About 3 days after the Natalie situation blew up, I got another message. This time from a random Gmail address. No name, no subject. Just one line. You're not the only one he lied to. Attached? A zip folder. At first, I was scared to open it. I ran a virus scan just to be safe. When it cleared, I clicked. Inside were dozens, literally dozens of screenshots. New ones. Different women. Different conversations. Dates. Nudes. Hotel receipts. Venmo transfers with flirty captions. Photos of Marcus kissing women in different cities. A picture of him with one woman and a toddler at a water park in Wisconsin Dells. I started shaking because I recognized the dates. Some of those weekends, Marcus told me he was helping his dad move or going on a work retreat. The toddler? The email had a caption under one photo. Meet Jace. Your boyfriend's son. My whole body went cold. I didn't know how to process that. So I called Natalie again. She was already crying before I could speak. Turns out, she got the same email. I thought he was seeing just us, she said. I didn't know there were more. And a kid? Now, this woman who emailed us, I still don't know her real name. She only called herself S. But she sent another follow-up message. He got me pregnant in 2021. Told me he wasn't ready to be a dad. Disappeared after I gave birth. I found your info through his sister's Facebook. I figured if anyone deserved to know, it was you. She included a DNA test. His name was redacted, but it said 99.9% match. The child was his. No doubt. So not only was Marcus cheating, he was a father. A father who never told me, never sent support, never acknowledged the child. I couldn't keep it in anymore. I messaged his sister. I wrote, I didn't send that bracelet to start a fight. I sent it because you deserve to know who your brother really is. And now I know even more. She responded fast. I'm sorry. I knew about the baby. I begged him to tell you. He swore he would, then swore he'd cut contact with the mom. I didn't know about the others. I didn't know it was this bad. That hit me harder than I expected. His sister, who I always saw as level-headed, smart, loyal, had known something. And said nothing. When I confronted him about the baby, he didn't even deny it. He just sat there. Silent. Pale. Then he mumbled, I didn't think it would catch up to me. I asked him one question, how many? He said, I don't know. That's when I realized he had no control anymore. He wasn't some master manipulator with a secret double life. He was a disaster of a man spiraling, lying so often he couldn't remember the truth anymore. Here's what I've done since. Sent a copy of everything to my lawyer. Printed out receipts, screenshots, the DNA test, the emails, filed them all in a folder labeled Exit Plan. Quietly moved half of my savings into a new account with a new bank. Scheduled a meeting with our landlord. Going to request a release from the lease based on documented emotional distress and harassment. I have backup housing lined up. Warned his sister. This time, don't cover for him. She agreed. She said she was cutting contact for now. Oh, and Natalie? She offered to go in with me to talk to Lila's company anonymously. If they were violating workplace policies, they need to know. We're still talking. There's weird comfort in knowing I'm not alone in this wreckage. And Marcus? He's starting to lose it. He's lost weight. Doesn't sleep. Barely eats. I think he knows the walls are closing in. He still doesn't know I have proof of the baby. Or the email from S. Or the other women. He thinks Natalie sent it. He keeps asking why I haven't left yet. Simple. Because I'm not done. Not until every mask falls. Not until the truth reaches everyone he's lied to. And if he thought mailing a bracelet was petty, he has no idea what's coming. I didn't plan to drag this out. But when someone plays you for a fool, lies to your face for years, and risks other people's lives, including a child, you stop caring about playing nice. I stayed in that apartment 2 more weeks. 2 long, silent, awkward weeks. Marcus barely spoke. I think he was scared. He kept his phone on him 24/7 now, even in the shower. He was scared I'd uncover more. But I didn't need to. I already had more than enough. He started getting calls he wouldn't answer. I'd catch him pacing on the balcony late at night. Sometimes he looked like he wanted to say something. But he never did. One day while he was out running errands, I packed everything. Not just my stuff, his too. I put his clothes in trash bags, boxed up his PlayStation, speakers, all of it. I wasn't throwing it out. I was moving it to the lobby of his office. Yes, his office. I drove to his real estate firm, walked in like I belonged there, and dropped everything right in front of the receptionist. "This is Marcus's," I said. "He won't need the key anymore." Then I handed her a sealed envelope labeled, "For HR." Inside was a USB drive. It had every inappropriate message Marcus had ever sent to Lila, his coworker. Flirting. Photos. Some very personal stuff. The same Lila who was on leave, but still technically on payroll. I also included a short, polite letter. "You may want to review these messages, as they clearly violate your company's policy on workplace relationships." No threats. No anger. Just truth. Then I walked out. The next part was messy. I posted a thread on Facebook, just a few lines. "If you know Marcus H., you might want to read this." I stayed silent for too long. I won't anymore. I posted screenshots. Proof. No insults, just facts. Lila. Natalie. The child. The receipts. Even the bracelet. I tagged no one, but it spread fast. His mom saw it. His coworkers. His friends. People from college. His group chat boys tried to defend him at first, but even they went quiet once the baby stuff dropped. Natalie shared it too. So did S. Even Lila's little sister liked the post. That was wild. Marcus deleted all his socials 2 hours later. He lost his job. I didn't get the details, but a week later his sister called me to say he had been let go. She didn't defend him. She said, he brought it on himself. He moved out of our apartment the next day. Didn't say goodbye. Left behind a pair of shoes and some deodorant in the bathroom. I donated both. He tried texting me once. "I miss you. I'm sorry." I'd blocked the number. And me? I'd love to say I was perfect in all this. I wasn't. I stayed too long. Ignored signs. Trusted too much. Spent 3 years helping a man build a lie. But when it finally broke, I didn't just walk away. I burned every bridge he tried to sneak back across. Did I go too far? Maybe. Do I regret it? Not for 1 second. Because he called me his mistake. Turns out, I was the one he should have feared. To every woman who thinks she's imagining things, you're not. To every man lying to 3 women while dodging child support, karma may not come fast. But she doesn't miss. And to Marcus, if you ever read this, the bracelet was never your biggest mistake. I was.